hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when a check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an a. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Switch not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we gon' hide. I can never switch not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after.
I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own this.
Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Defense.
On first down,
Stupid ass dodge,
screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Second and 3 at their 48-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Here's Love. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Now a give running right is Love. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. On play action, Allen. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run on first down. It's Love. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Love. Well, they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. We were just talking about him pregame, 3 tackles for a loss. Last week, you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Here we go. 26-yard line.
Yeah, I'll get on.
Ready to break.
5-9. Rip left.
Hey, exit.
Right, check. 59.
Now.
Throwing on first down. Man. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the carry, it's Love. He'll have a first down past the 40. A huge play there for Washington. 63 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
On first down, Boyd. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Oliver, I'm gonna bust your ass tomorrow, You better lab all
and in
night.
hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Reserve. What happened? Oh. I'm just trying to get back to the playoffs. That's all. If I make it to the second round, I won't lose in the first. If I get this bye week, I won't lose in the first, you heard?
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 19, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Man. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, man. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Go out.
Check 24. Check 24. Check. Shoot.
Hey. Shoot.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Looking to throw. Man. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Rock it.
Check tight.
Hey, lock it.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
Ready?
Throwing again. Man, blitz coming, and down he goes.
But that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready?
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long.
Mike, 53.
Yep.
53. Mike. I'm coming. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Snap.
Operating from the gun. Man. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 67 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, man, and this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got an open man, it's QT. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Man. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now again, right side, Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
2nd and 12. Allen. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that
when I
last
finish
play,
this
and that means they'll
2K
need to
game,
come
I'm
up
gonna
with
come on with
something
y'all.
here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape,
They're gonna be
and
on
he
for a little
goes
while.
down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Redskins send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Hey, Haywood!
These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with him. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
10-2 stop.
It's 59. Mike the 59. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Shoot! Shoot!
General West. 5.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59.
Shoot.
On 3rd and 2. Man, rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You can't stop me.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try the left side. It's Boyd. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go, D. Check it. 52.
They turn to Love on the handoff. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Round 80! 56 is the mic. Let's go, Hattie. Let's go, Hattie. Everyone, she got.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, it's Love. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Here's Love again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They'll come out in the pistol. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Topper!
Check it out.
Going to give it to Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, man. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. This Bills quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Man. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, Echo.
What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From the gun. Man. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Mike's 56.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Charlie, go.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Get it.
To throw on second down. Man. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready,
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
Trick pass, trick pass.
now. Protein spill.
Check 53.
Hey.
Check 53 is mine. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Big rip. Big rip.
Looking to throw. Man. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10.
Hey.
10, under 10, 10. Right there, 54.
6-6, bullet high.
All day, baby, all day.
Yep.
Wide, get wide. 36, 36.
Shoot.
They run with Taylor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
Looking to throw on second down. Man, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Go.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Watch.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Man. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, Sam on. Back. Look at me. Door. Leo. Snap.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Go.
Here I come again.
Go.
Check, 59. Let's go, defense.
Go.
It's our time. Mike's 59. Watch the run.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
I got one.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Let's go.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back to throw. Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Right there. 54 Mike. Tackles.
Now Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Man. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
You're out.
From the gun. Man. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey! That's me. Bravo. Pilot, 64, weak.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Break.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Here we go. Check.
Hey, sneak grip.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down. Man, throwing right, and that's complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Look at me. Zipper. Rock, rock it, rock it. Hey, lock it.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Man, man.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Gone, gone. Smooth.
Watch the shit.
Ready, ready.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Let's go now. 30 base. Hey, wahoo.
Go. Go.
Now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Taylor, complete. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
You ready?
Mike is 59.
Quickstone, travel.
We want this.
Rush in. Rush. Hey, Sam off.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Begin. Check, 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 check. Hey, switch gears.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Ready.
I got you, boy. You go take.
Go, Jackrabbit. Come on. Leo.
Shit.
On first down, Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Bills have taken the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. What can Allen do now with his drive? Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off at the 22. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually it's pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave the eyes on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Your whole